1 second.
Welcome to another episode of My Kitchen's Bachelorette, where you will dance your way past 100 people and possibly win a big prize.
And then you'll be in all the best magazines, the most reputable, well-written magazines, photos of you in your swimming costume, on the beach, completely unflattering. This is actually episode 60 of the Unicorn Circuit.
You're going to be having babies and paying magazines to take photos of you with them and pretending you didn't want them to, and then complaining about it and pretending to be angry about it so more people talk about you. I saw a particular pop star in the paper yesterday talking about a sex tape, and I was like, that's weird, because I haven't heard from this person for ages. Then in another paper, they've got a new album coming out. Oh. It's like the PR people are obviously just like, we'll send them that story, and then that's 100%.
Think about
100%.
Think about how hard it would have been to make that sex tape.
Why?
Like, you would have to like trawl through eBay trying to find like videotape to put in your camera.
Oh, you mean an actual tape?
Well, why do they call it a tape?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That doesn't even make sense.
Like a VHS tape.
But imagine like
a beta tape.
You'd have to go full retro. Like
maybe they shot it on like 8mm film. Like as it's going through the shutter.
Is that the move? Like, is that a move?
No, that's the film going through the gate. You know, they go hair in the gate.
Is that what you call it?
Hair in the gate.
I do.
You've never heard of hair in the gate?
We've got a whole bunch of awesome, exciting Mighty Car Mods and associated news coming up. But first, we think we'll go through the other homies.
It's the biggest episode we've ever done.
This one?
Yes.
We say that every time.
No, but this one actually
This will be the quickest and biggest and best and most rapidly produced thing ever.
Rapid fire. We got some pretty exciting Mighty Car Mods news coming up, of course. But we got lots of news, so let's just kick right into it.
First up in the news this week, I want to talk about the new French MR2.
Really?
There's a new French MR2 doing the rounds and it looks pretty exciting. So it's an...
Sorry, just two boring things in one.
Oh, come on, man.
What?
French is awesome. What's wrong with French's?
No, I've been to French's.
What?
Forest.
Rich's Forest.
No, I've been to
a
French.
suburb of Sydney.
It's
France is awesome.
The bag wet there. A big bag wet.
Oh my God.
I rode it on a bike and
anyway, there's a brand new car called the Alpine A110. Now, before everyone freaks out, it's actually called the Alpine A110.
Is it electric?
Alpine. No, sorry. Alpine. Not Alpine. Alpine A110.
Why do we care about it, Martin?
Made by a French manufacturer. It's cool because it's a remake.
Oh, right.
Now,
like
back
a mini.
in the day, they made one. Here's a picture of it. It looks freaking awesome. Like, this is an old 60s.
That looks jaggish.
So from 1961 to 1977, which is a pretty big run actually. And being a small manufacturer of cars is challenging. Was challenging then, it's challenging now. But they've come back. It got shown at the motor show a couple of years ago. Which is the big one?
Detroit, Tokyo, Paris.
That one. It got shown there, and it was received really, really well. So 1.8 litre turbo, 7-speed dual clutch DSG type automatic flat pick panel, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Turbocharged, 185 kilowatts. I assume that's at the flywheel, so maybe 140 at the wheels. But it only weighs 1,100 kilos, which is MX-5 light, and it is mid-engine rear drive, which makes it pretty exciting. That's sort of weird looking. If you look at it as just a brand new car and you see the headlight configuration, you kind of go, that kind of looks strange. When you see it in context of the old car, you go, okay, that makes sense. The colour's the same, the light configuration's the same, but it just looks like it's from the future.
And it's a two-door sports car, which is interesting because the Audi TT is probably like the common man's two-door sports car when you want to spend a little bit more than, like, say, an MX-5 or something like that. And a couple of years ago, a four-door Audi TT was revealed. It turns out they're going to make it. It's like a four-door TT. It's going to come out in 2020. I think it's kind of weird. It looks fine for what it is. I'm not really into modern-looking sharp cars and stuff like that. But what's weird is that they've got a name for themselves as doing this kind of a two-door sports car, and now they're making it bigger, like everyone else is. Everyone's doing SUVs, everyone's doing big things, and they get a brand that's really popular. Like, have you seen the Mini Countryman?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Like, it's a big car.
What's its purpose?
Well, it's the
Mini.
It's the Mini brand, but then a big four-door thing. It's ugly.
When your driveway's made of dirt or rocks.
And so the question is why they're doing it. I don't know. Nor do I care. But I just thought it was interesting because I always thought the Audi TTs kind of had their own little. They were in their own little world.
Also,
and now they're not.
Why wouldn't you buy an A3 or a Golf? GTI 4-door or a
or
Passat.
an A6 or an RS6
Yeah, there's
or an RS4
so
or
many
anything
cars
else.
that are the same platform, same. So I don't really understand the benefits. Someone will know.
Yeah, someone will know and they'll tell us.
Speaking of benefits, Ford is trying to eliminate new car smell.
Why would they do that?
They're trying to get rid of it.
Don't people like... Oh, because it's bad, isn't it?
Think
Is it
of
like
all-
a carcinogen?
Well, there's potentially it is like the plastics off-gassing and all the fabrics and stuff. It's all new, freshly produced stuff.
Yes.
Now, most new stuff has a smell. It's part of the manufacturing process. But what's interesting about that is there's all these companies that make new car smell. Like you spray stuff through your car.
Artificial.
They're trying to recreate it, and now Ford's trying to take it away. And the reason is some of their buyers in Asian markets, particularly China, which happens to be the biggest market in the world for cars.
And,
So
it's,
it's a big deal.
and it's growing.
They reckon about 10% of buyers don't like it, and that's enough reason for
I
them.
don't like it.
You don't like new car smell?
I mean, I've never smelt it, but I don't think I would like
It's
it.
enough of a reason for them to hire people who are professional sniffers,
Wow.
and they go around, they too new, and then they change it. But they're trying to come up with technology. There's patents floating around and stuff to actually eliminate it. Probably by baking the car would make the most sense, because you notice it the most when you bake your car in the sun.
Are you going to really alter the way a car's manufactured so that some people are happier with the smell? Is there a business case?
I was thinking about this, and I realised that potentially 10% of the Chinese market could be like 400% of Australia's market.
Yeah, right.
So
that's a lot of people.
That's like every single Lone Ranger sold here, or Transit Custom, whatever. Like,
that's crazy.
They would just all go, no, that's too stinky, and we can sell the entire Australian market again by having it not stink.
Having it not stink.
Yeah.
Well, Martin, speaking of stinky, I've got Mighty Carmod's news coming up, but did you want to get through some other things first before we get to the good stuff?
Two more interesting things. One is that the best-selling Honda in America is actually the Honda Jet. Have you seen the Honda Jet? Do you remember talking about this? No, it's an aeroplane.
Oh, a plane?
Honda Jet is owned by Honda America, so I don't think it's started by the Japanese guys. I think Honda America went, we want to make jets, so they make jets. They're called Hondas. They're these cute little stubby-looking business jet things, but they actually look really awesome. If you just need to get from one side of America to the other or something, in a private jet. Quite efficiently. It's like the best selling in its class, and I think it's cute. Here's a photo of it. It looks pretty awesome.
Does it?
And
yes,
the only other interesting thing, speaking of Audis and all that kind of stuff, is that VW said they're going to bring 27 new electric cars in 7 years from now, or 6 years from now.
New models?
New models,
Whoa.
all electric. They're getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff. They're like, you know what? We make too many Passats. Let's give them to Skoda. Skoda can make them in their factory. Let's turn the Passat factory into an electric car factory. And they're going, it's hit full throttle now. They're just going for it. They're talking
full
about
electric throttle.
Talking about, what's that called? 100% torque request or something. Something boring. They're talking about sharing all this technology with Ford and other people as well. So it's just...
There was talk of a
crazy.
Ford and Volkswagen merger.
Yeah, which was the Amaranga. Do you remember the Amaranga?
Yes, I do remember the Amaranga.
We should show it just because
it's pretty solid.
A work of art.
They're not on sale yet, though, are they?
The Amaranga, no. I haven't made them yet.
Everybody, let's kick into Mighty Carmod's news because there is lots going on. Of course, Twisted has now revealed itself and burst its way down the eyeballs, earballs, and throat balls of people all over the universe.
What an incredible car of its time.
And of this time.
So weird, man.
What's amazing is that car, it's been on the trending page for about 4 or 5 days. It's still there. That video's been viewed about 1.3 million times in less than a week.
Maybe Sex Spec is coming back.
See, I was speaking to someone this morning, and they reckon that Sex Spec could be on its way back.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, as in Fast and Furious 1, people getting back into it.
It's fashion.
So, of course, the reveal of that car has come out. That's the Evo that I bought off Facebook, if you haven't seen that. And now there's been another episode come out of Sony to fix it because, of course, it's broken. It's been set up for a long time.
It's been through multiple owners too. So
I was about to say that.
When we revealed this car, we were sort of going through it, and I hadn't seen it, and it was so interesting to see how much work, that strikes you straight away, how much work goes into it. It's nuggety in the terms that it's probably been sitting for 10 years.
Yeah.
And potentially outside, and leather interiors and stuff, they shrink and stuff gets ripped up and stereos get changed and paint gets scratched and things get dented. So it's like a nuggety version of itself, but man, the amount of
a lot of effort's gone into there.
Oh man,
I saw a conspiracy theory actually in the Facebook comments, which is where all the best conspiracy theories come from. Someone reckons that the original owner of Too Sexy probably read the Hot Fours magazine that had Twisted on it and tried to make a version of that. you know. So anyway,
to be fair, 260 is a cheap version of Twisted.
Yes.
In terms of like the fit
it's
and
like
finish
a cheaper,
of the panels.
slower
like,
version.
Yes, it was painted. Yes, it had a body kit. Yes, it had a custom interior, but like not to the level of Twisted.
Yeah, it was Kmart versus Maya, wasn't it? You
Sure.
know, in terms of the quality stakes. A number of people have come out as the previous owners of the car and have been telling us all the things that they would like to see done to the car. The main person I'm interested in is obviously the person who originally built the car.
Yeah.
I have got in touch with him. He may have been a little upset because he thought that people on the internet were bagging the workmanship, but no one was. Well, maybe they were. Actually, maybe a lot of people were, but we weren't.
But
because
it's no
a
different.
lot of workmanship went into it.
It's no different to bagging the fashion of the 80s or 90s and going, I can't believe people wore those pants. Or I can't believe people wore that or did like. That's what fashion is.
Yeah.
And this kind of styling of a car is a fashion thing that may
that's right.
come back.
And it is our car now, so we will do with it what we see as best. It's funny when you sell a car and like you're happy to take full ownership of the money when you sell it at the time, but then you still feel some ownership of the thing that was yours. And I get it, because it's like if I sold a car and then someone wrecked it, you'd go, hey, that was my car.
Yeah.
But then they don't go, but that was my money.
Do you know what? I think it's the emotional investment is different in the car because you've built that car and all the blood, sweat and tears and the amount of work you did and the amount of stuff you potentially sacrificed to do that. Maybe you don't have a house because you spent 100 grand on a car. Like, you know, that all really meaningful, but then getting a pile of cash and go, that's not, and putting in the bank and actually buying
or paying
a house.
your bills or something.
It's potentially not as meaningful, but it's an interesting thing.
Yeah,
like
it is.
If you see photos of a car that you used to own and it's totally different, you're like, oh, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, a guy got in touch with me that owned my WRX, and he's like, hey, like he'd owned it for a little while, and he's like, I just realised it was yours, and that was cool. We had, happy times. Anyway, so there is now a build episode out of Twisted. Of course, Marty was working with Turbo Yoda because we're doing a bit of a master apprentice where we work with someone who's an expert in their thing, and I've brought in my Evo expert, and so you will see that.
I saw someone say that I don't like I don't like your Evo build because it's not as good as the Skid Factory, except we built the Evo in our shed where they filmed the Skid Factory with Al, who is part of the Skid Factory. Woody helped me shoot it, and he's the other part of the Skid Factory.
Oh, and I probably did some music for it.
And you did the music for it, and then we edited it, and then we put it online, and then they shared it.
Yeah, because that's the wormhole of. I mean, that's the confusion of the internet. But anyway, that's that news. Speaking of the Skid Factory, they've just come out with a new series, a Chevy Nova.
Their fifth build.
Those guys are going great guns. One other thing, let me just attend to this because a couple of people have gone, oh, the Skid Factory. The funniest comment I saw is they said that they'd outgrown us, but I think they could only outgrow us if we were taller and knew more than them in the first place. And they've always known more than us. Yeah. So maybe we will grow towards them because they've always been the experts, and we've always liked to kind of look up to them, and we still do.
Career mechanics.
The best thing about the Skid Factory is that we get to watch a car show as well. We get to work on it with them and help them. I think some people seem to think there's a bit of rivalry, and I reckon it's because of all the fake YouTube drama. They're like, the Skid Factory did this better. I mean, I would hope they do it better because people pay them to do it for a job. No one has paid us to work on the car, nor should they.
No.
And so I think some people are expecting YouTube drama because some channels start with 4 or 5 people working on a car. And then what they do is they each split their own way and pretend there's big dramas. They each build up their own channels. They monetize them all. And guess what? Bing diddly ding. It's all going back to the same place. And then they have the big reunion. They're back together. And so I think people are expecting like, Skid Factory should do their own thing because we're holding them back or something.
MCM2 is, I mean, potentially accidentally, is just creating the channel that I'd want to watch all the time.
Yes.
It's the show that was missing. I always wish there was something like the Skid Factory, something to aspire to in terms of mechanical ability and all those kind of things.
And they're legends. And they're doing such a good job. Like from a year ago, like teaching Woody how to use a camera and edit and stuff like that. And it's awesome. I did see someone who said they liked the Skid Factory music better than Moog's music, which was great because I do that music too. Thank you very much.
In other MCM TV2 news, you also may have seen Benny's Cresta adventure, which also involves Al and Woody, where they took the Cresta that we got from Japan a couple of years ago, brought back to Australia, turned into a drag car, went and tried to do 10s, did a 9, and then Mechanical Stig took ownership of it. He's pushed it even further, built engine, all the stuff that we didn't get a chance to do in the 2 weeks that we built it originally for our time frame, and he's just taken it next level, then put it in a container, sent it to America, and participated in Drag Week. That series is up to episode 3. Episode 4 is going to be out in the next few days, And things are
They
starting
come
to get
out
pretty
on
awesome.
Fridays.
Come out on Fridays.
And they're freaking awesome.
Yep.
A couple of people have gone, oh, Skid Factory and this, and the Cresta is that, and they battled them, and he said this, and he said... We're actually all mates, just so it's clear.
That's probably Benny.
Oh, that's Benny. He's doing a double ring.
Because we're going to work on that episode today.
We're going to cut to a quick bit of footage of something from our Mighty Car Mods archives from 9.5 years ago, and we'll be right back at you.
My veins is electricity. I can't be stopped with my magic wand. It is through my limbs and it goes far beyond. Oh, electric space wizard.
That was a bit weird.
It was Cucumber.
It was a little bit strange. Sometimes, like I'm used to seeing the Mighty Car Mods episodes, but those other things that happen around is kind of strange.
It was a cucumber, but like the whole, sometimes people go, that's not
That's
cars,
celery.
that's not enough cars, or that's not enough things, and you go back to what you did before, but there was a cucumber then, and there's cucumbers now, man. It's just they're just danced differently. They're delivered differently in a different kind of dance.
Cucumber is just water in crispy form, really, isn't it?
Have you ever thought about the fact that a seedless watermelon is basically a cucumber that's really tasty? Think about the outside of a cucumber and the inside of a watermelon and the little seeds in a seedless one, which is genetically modified.
Speaking of the outside of a cucumber and the inside of a watermelon, Cheryl's box
is going
Thank
off.
you for everybody who has purchased one of them. For 59 Australian dollars, we send you $120 worth of Mighty Car Mods kit and loot, plus a special gift from Cheryl. It's something unique. Everyone's getting something different.
Everyone gets something different from Cheryl.
Which is cool. It's time to wrap up the news, but the one thing that I did want to finish with first is that Mighty Car Mods, which is the other show that we make,
on that other
that
channel.
show is made with the assistance of a bunch of awesome sponsors, and the reason that I wanted to talk about that is not do some, hey, this is brought to you by something. It's because what a lot of people ask us is they say, I've got a race team or a go-kart thing, or I want to be a YouTuber, and they go, how do you get a sponsor, and what do you do, how do you do it? So on our main Mighty Car Mods channel, our sponsors are Super Cheap Auto, Castrol Edge, Bridgestone, Haltech, GFB, Century Batteries, who have just come on board, which is awesome. Shannon's do insurance for our cars. That's Just Car Insurance. Used to be Just Car Insurance, now Shannon's, same company. And of course, Ryobi Power Tools. Now, every single one of those companies that I just mentioned, we are legitimately using their products and customers before they had anything to do with our show. And so the moral of the story is when you're working on cars, it is time consuming and it is expensive. Anyone who's working on cars, whether they're making YouTube or not, knows that it takes time.
Yeah.
We're trying to do about 4 videos a week currently when we can. So there's a unicorn circuit, there's a Mighty Car Mods once or twice a week, there's a Crestaverse drag week, there's a Skid Factory.
We're working on all of them.
And we are working on all of them in various different ways.
And you've got to have like life and eat, food and sleep in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Which is a big part of it. And the other thing, I think I might have mentioned this before, is that a lot of the time people have a project car and they work on that project car once a week, twice a week for 3 years, and then go, here's my finished project car. Which it'd be nice to do that. And I know there are channels out there that do that. They've got one car and you just have a year's worth of stuff happening on it.
Binky.
Yeah, Binky for example is a great example. That's just like
Binky, boom,
incredible.
you're legends. But we're meeting up with you for a tea in Australia. Yes, we are.
A lot of Australian afternoon tea.
Yes,
you can get that. It's good. Anyway, they'll have one project car, they're working it for an amount of time, you take it to a show and then that's your car. Like, that'd be nice, but like with the amount of videos we're putting out, there's all sorts of stuff going on.
And
there's
mainly because that's more like our personality.
Because
like we
fun,
have all sorts of weird things, and our cars are usually cheap and nuggety.
That's true.
But the point is, I guess the moral of the story is that we've built up some really awesome friends with these companies that have been helping us for years. And the point is that if you are making a YouTube channel or you've got a race team or something, don't let sponsorship get in the way of you doing what it is that you want to do. Just go and do the thing. And if you've been using something for ages and you contact them and you go, you know what, I've been eating this particular chocolate bar for 3 years and I really need to fix up my go-kart. Can you give me $200 and I'll stick your sticker on the back of my thing? And they might go yes, they might go no, or they might just contact you. So there it is. That's my little tips for the younger YouTubers. And a massive thank you to all of those sponsors for Mighty Car Mods, because you help us make the show awesome and not put up paywalls or do crazy things that happen sometimes. Martin, there it is. Let's just hook into,
is that even legal?
There's a couple of things that Martin and I like. Do you like Indian food, Martin?
Yep.
Do you like playing drums?
Yep.
Illegal!
What? No.
It's illegal to not play drums in India if there's locusts incoming.
So if there's locusts plague, you're supposed to play drums?
Correct.
What does that do to the locusts?
Oh, it doesn't do anything to them. It warns all the other citizens that there's locusts coming.
Really?
Yes, that's the thing. In India, you must play your drum if there's locusts incoming.
Have you driven through a swarm of locust/grasshoppery things before?
I have once.
Man,
yep,
it's terrifying.
It was frightening.
It's bad.
But I've never been to India, but I would like to go.
Yeah, me too.
Because I would like to do some amazing musical things there. I did do some music for a documentary Netflix that's called Tales by Light. Check it out on Netflix. That was based in India. It's actually pretty heavy, maybe if you're a kid. It's about the death rituals over there. It's pretty hectic, actually. Anyways, let's just bring it back up to a lighter note. Martin, it's time for weird stuff from Unicorn. This week on Weird Stuff from Unicorn, it's a sad story, Martin. It's a sad story, and I only know it's a sad story, even though this is still sealed and unopened. I know that what I purchased is a sad story. Now, recently, I got scammed.
Oh, did you?
I got scammed properly on the internet, and I only know it because I haven't opened this yet, but I'm sure this is not what I bought. So there was an ad on Facebook that showed a little laser engraver thing.
Yeah.
And it showed it like engraving in the back of seats and engraving all these cool things, and it was called like a mini laser engraver, and I thought that's cool, like we could do some car bits or do some whatever. It was $109 US, and I was just like, that's a handy thing to have. It kind of seems cool. So I bought it, and then it's taken about 6 weeks, and my laser engraver, my USB powered laser engraver, has just arrived. It's come from China, and on the front here, it says engraving pen, but what I bought was a USB powered laser engraver. Okay. I think what's happened is that they've taken the $110 US, which is about 5,000 Australian dollars, and there it is. And they've sent me that. So I mean, of course there's no battery in it. I don't even know how to, I mean, look at that. Like, that's my USB laser engraver. So I imagine what they do.
Oh, wow, man. It's like, so essentially it's like a little die grinder, but the die grinder doesn't even turn straight. Like, can you see how?
Oh yeah, so as it turns,
it's
on an angle. Yeah.
That's
so
literally
it's
like a
work.
30-cent item.
If that. And so the point is that maybe do a little bit more research first, which I should have done. But I mean, I had a look and saw these other laser engravers are around the $100 and something. So I just thought, hey, it must be a Facebook thing. But I got completely and utterly scam-doodled. But the happy ending to that story is that I fapped an email over to PayPal and put in a claim, and they gave me the money back. And now I've got my.
So see, I wonder if do you reckon PayPal gave you their money, or do you reckon they?
I reckon that person's.
Do you know why? Because the system falls apart if there's no trust in it, man.
Yeah.
Because if you blamed PayPal for this and went, well, I'm not going to use PayPal anymore, they're like totally up the balls.
Yeah. So that is the weird stuff from Unicorn. That's my engraver. And have you got like a mad like laser engraver set up at home? Something that you can do wood, leather, plastics, just kind of DIY stuff. I know some people use one called a Cubio, which was what I realized the ad that was promoting this was actually footage ripped from the Cubio, which was a Kickstarter. But have you got one at home that can do mad stuff? If you do, please let us know in the comments, because I'm in the market for some laser
do you know what?
engraving.
I think we should hit shuffle, and next up, Conspiracy Hat Cat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
We're just mixing it up.
We're just going for it. Conspiracy Hat Cat. Now, what this gentleman here just spoke about, I believe, is one of the scams that is a conspiracy done by
Martin
scammers.
Is very clever.
No,
like very
not
clever.
really.
I want to say, because I told Marty this recently, right? I'm like, when we're working on cars, I'm like trying to do the best I can. I'm not a natural. I'm actually pretty shit. I'm trying to like learn as I go. Martin is actually exceptionally talented, and he plays down how good he is.
No, that's not true. Because
That's absolutely true.
But what about
He's
when you meet someone like
he's
Turbo
very
Yoda?
intelligent. So, well, then we're all just layman's. But the point is that Martin is a very, very clever individual, and you might like go look amongst all the dick jokes and the spinning of spanners that there is like some whatever. But I still learn a lot of things from Martin. He's a very smart guy. I'm the clown who's like along for the ride, who's learning on the way.
Clown.
It's true. I'm a juggling clown.
What are you even doing?
Anyway, but I just thought I'd let you know because he's smarter than he looks and appears.
Thanks,
it's true.
No, thanks, man. I'm smarter
and I'm dumber than I look and appear.
I'm not sure what that actually means.
Martin, show us what you've got.
I'm going to talk about my conspiracy.
So hungry, man. Do you know what I had for breakfast?
I'm so hungry as well.
Do
you know what I really look forward to? I look forward to the
dick for breakfast?
No, well, yeah, but I look forward to random eat bag.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm so hungry.
Especially because look how heavy it is. Look how substantial it is. Look how substantial.
And it says perishable. You know it's going to be good.
Before we go on, I want to tell you legitimately what I had for breakfast. I chopped up kale. Yeah. And I know.
Did you really?
It was there.
Did you just tell the internet that you ate kale?
No, I did.
Why'd you eat the kale?
Good question.
Isn't it spinach that doesn't taste good?
It was on sale at Woolies. It had like an on sale sticker. Anyway, I tipped it into a bowl. I did microwave 90-second rice, tipped it on there. I got room temperature tofu, firm, cut it up, put it on top. I tipped coconut water on it, the stuff that you normally drink, peanut butter, and cut apple all over the top of it. It was freaking delicious. I call it the poor man's poke bowl. It was so delicious. I did the Tough Mudder on the weekend and I'm just so hungry all the time. Anyway, that's what I had for breakfast. Savoury breakfast, 8 a.m. I highly recommend it. In Australia, people have sweet breakfast. America, Japan, you have savoury breakfasts. That's weird. We have sweet breakfast, but I didn't today. Martin, let's talk about your Lego.
My Lego. This is not my Lego. So this is a...
Looks like Lego.
No, the conspiracy is someone hacked my eBay account and they bought themselves a bunch of Arduinos from themselves.
How do you buy an Arduino from yourself?
So they bought like a couple of Arduinos worth about 120 bucks, maybe 7 or 8 of them.
And then PayPal claimed themselves?
And then did some weird like PayPal claimy thing, but then sent items 1, 2, 3, 4 in separate packages, like in your package that you got.
Like in separate things.
They put a thing in there and a thing in there and a thing in there because what that gives them is tracking information and proof that you actually got delivered. Now, I didn't have to sign for it because of where it got delivered, whatever, but the point is they can still prove to their local posting and to PayPal's system that yes, something actually did get sent, which means the money got released to them, which means they kept the money, and only then through like lots of a trickier process were I able to get my money back, which I do think, like we said just earlier, that probably came from PayPal Direct. So
just to clarify, basically, you buy something from eBay. So money comes from your PayPal.
Except in this case, I got hacked and I didn't buy it.
Yeah, but they bought... So old mate hacker buys something through your account.
Yes.
Then sends you this, so there's proof something's gone to you, and that legitimizes them taking the money from you.
Pretty much. It's
that's a scam with a capital K, damn it.
It is a scam that's been like obviously been shut down and been, you know, people have paid attention to it. But as I was saying before, if you lose faith in the eBays and the PayPals and the banks and the transactional nature of all this stuff, no one does it. It ceases to exist. So it's very important. And so insurance is such a massive part of it. A lot of these transactions are essentially insured, which is an interesting thing to know. The conspiracy is people are going to hack your thing and they're going to steal your thing and then they're going to send you Lego.
I'll tell you, it's probably really not insured, Martin, because I don't think anyone would insure it.
What's that?
The crap car that we're about to see.
Yes.
This week on My Crap Car, we've got the penultimate.
Oh, you struggle with that word, don't you?
The penultimate.
You had the penultimate breakfast this morning.
It is rusty, it's big, it's heavy. 5-litre V8.
1989 Buick Electra Estate wagon. Like just America.
Just wait till you see under the hood. Just wait till you see the quality of the engine bay, the integrity of the bodywork, and
safety.
Just, I mean, here you go.
Hello, Marty and Moog of the Unicorn Circuit, and this is my crap car. This is a 1989 Buick Electra Estate wagon, and is also my first car. I've had this since I was around 2011, but all things considered, not bad until you really start looking. So, looking under the hood, you might think, oh, well, body looks all right. Well, it does have a little bit of an issue over here. And kind of, yeah, it's ventilated. That's what it is, and it loses weight. And there, yeah, this was underneath one of the wood grains, so there's a difference. And yeah, this is the worst of the rot right here. Yeah, spare tire. The engine, you think, okay, it's a 5-liter V8, but yeah, it had 130 horsepower from the factory, was emissions restricted, and is computer controlled carbed. Yes, this carburetor is computer controlled from the 80s, so that means it's running EEPROM. Yeah, so that's not exactly the... It's efficient for cold starts, but you can't really mod that. But, you know, flip the lid, that kind of helps. Looking under here, the plastic, you know, got that kind of, whoa, that went. Rust up here, rust up there. Wheels are alloys, factory, so that's kind of nice. They had center caps, but they lost, but I threw on some chrome, make it look a little bit better. Coming around the back, you'll notice the little red stripe. I'll show you why later. Nice big tailgate. I tried to get some cred by throwing on some Mighty Car Mod sticker, but yeah, I put it on wrong, so that didn't work. So, doing this. Yeah, the window motors don't like to work as well, but again, 30-year-old car. All the usual fun stuff. Car manual from the 80s, jumper, tools and stuff just in case. But this is the fun bit. Third row seat with seat belt, so legal. And if the tailgate had wasn't broken, it would fold down, so it'd be much easier to get into. But still good. Yeah, see, the Subaru's getting jealous right now. Look at that. Okay, so let's see it. You'll always start, I'll give it that. Just one press, set the choke. Yeah, you'll notice the retro sound stereo is probably the only tech in this car because now it's Bluetooth. Yeah, I'll give that computer one thing. It makes it start up nice every time. Only fuel and speedo. That's pretty much all you get with the top of the line model. But, you know, you have power windows, power locks, power seats, but everything except forward and back work. But yeah. And so, yeah, let's see how she drives. I replaced the rear ends from 2.93s to 342s and with a track right posi, so it does pick up a little bit. There's a little bit to wake up that V8. And thank heavens for overdrive. Yeah, she squeaks a little bit, but So yeah, I mean, you think $500 car, bit of a nugget, but you know, it becomes one of the things that becomes like a love affair. And over the course of its life, it's been, you know, had new transmission, new suspension, new shocks, new rear end. So you know, it's gonna be around for the long haul. I love it, and at least it's one of those cars where you can buy parts no matter where you are. And I'll probably get modernized as it goes. I collect parts here and there, so you know, I think in the long run it'll evolve from the crap car into a pretty, you know, cool, fast driver. But you know, as long as it keeps running, I'll keep driving it. Well, thank you, Marty and Moog of the Unicorn Circuit. I hope you appreciate the car. Though, admittedly, you know that red stripe I talked about? There's one day a year when it doesn't become crap. Thank you again. See you next time.
Massive shout out to Old Mate, and thanks for grabbing a copy of the Mighty Car Mods book. Absolute
Checking out the book.
legend. If you guys don't have a copy of the book yet, you can get that from mightycarmods.com.
Are you driving? Are you driving? Still driving, or do you still own your first car? I'm putting the question out there. We might do some poll thing and put a little thing that you can click because I want to know.
Cool. And then you can tell us about what it is.
And then click it and tell us if it lets you write in the thing. Tell us what your first car is and if you're still driving it, because I think that's pretty awesome.
Martin, pretty soon we're going to have the secret word of the day for everybody to put in the comments, which is awesome. And I already know what it's going to be. It's going to be freaking epic. We've done Tinfoil Hat Cat, so now we're up to my third favourite part of the show, which is Fank of the Week.
Fanking is a delightful art of recontextualising a product by holding it down near your crotch. It's been popularised, it's in the Urban Dictionary. We even got the word delightful added by you legends because it was important that the correct definition existed out there.
Because it's not meant to be angry.
No,
it's meant to be delightful.
Fanks is something that was invented from an unknown origin.
We used to send each other messages whenever we'd go to the hardware store.
If you found something sort of funny, like the product name, you come on, man, like it's just the innuendo is just completely...
The innuendo.
Yeah, the innuendo.
That's fantastic.
Is completely just obvious. So anyway, we're going to kick off with some Fanks of the Week. These have been submitted via the Facebook page, which is the best way to submit them. You can submit them at facebook.com, Fanking Daily. We're going to check out the ones we got because they're going to be awesome. I'm going to kick off with the soundtrack because it's pretty much one of my favourite things of the day. Is the soundtrack which goes something like this. Bang, 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 bang,
here
bang.
it is. Boom, knob pride.
Knob pride.
Well done.
Oh, that's good. That's good thumb technique.
Good job.
Knob
I don't know what knob pride is.
It's for cleaning your knob.
Is it?
That's what it says.
Martin, next up, we've got EvoCop. That's you and me.
Yeah,
both of us.
Yes.
Well done. I included that one because we both own Evos.
Current and relevant. Good job.
Next up, the Golden D.
Massive.
Look at that.
That's massive Golden D.
That's weird. Wherever country they're in, they've got juice behind glass.
Oh.
In Australia, our juice is always out in the open.
I thought that was a turkey.
I've never seen juice behind glass before.
I thought it was a turkey.
Never. That's weird.
Have you seen the thing where people are trolling their parents by putting pictures of turkeys in microwaves with all the plastic still on it and saying, how do I cook my turkey?
No.
It's really funny.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Okay, I'll have to try that. 3 more inches, Martin.
Oh,
there you go.
Good. It's a test one as well, so you can just check if it's going to work.
Gentle grip.
It's got a good grip on that thing.
Look at that. He's got a good grip. Martin, cock therapy. I mean, everybody. Actually, nothing. My mum could be watching. I don't think my mum watches.
I hope
actually. Not. I apologise to her. I don't think she's watching.
No,
so
she hasn't rung you and said that's disgusting.
No, she hasn't.
Cheryl's
box. Well done. That is the first Fank of Cheryl's box. I told you about Cheryl's box before.
That is Cheryl's box.
$120 of Mighty Car Mods loot, individually packed and shipped to you with a special something.
And that's not you.
Direct from
Someone
Cheryl.
sent this. I thought maybe you did that yourself.
No, that's not me. Someone's actually sent that in. Cheryl's box.
Thank you for thanking Cheryl's box.
We still do have some Cheryl boxes. If you want to get on it, I would get on it because Cheryl's box isn't open all the time for everyone to look at if they want to. Tit foam. Boom. Good job.
Sure.
Well done. Martin, that's anal forest fruity.
Oh.
I don't know what that means, but that's...
Hey, look, it's got a bunny rabbit.
Little furries.
Why is
Apparently there's a thing called furries.
It's
where
a
people,
guinea pig. No, there's not a thing called furries.
No, they wear
What's
furry
next?
things and then they go for runs in the forest. It's a real thing.
That's not what they do.
What is that? I don't know. It's cocktails. I think you meant to put your cocktail glass in it. Martin, next up, what's this? Just a hot jerk. We had the gentle jerk or the gentle grip. There's the hot one. There you go. Martin, that's a smooth stroke.
What's that for?
I don't know. I think it's for, I reckon you put it on the inside of your hand.
No, you put it on your
snooker.
You put it on your pool thing.
That's what I'm saying.
You put your rod on your thing on your rod.
Absolutely. Mr. Big Boomstick. A big dick.
Big what's that?
I don't know. Mr. Big
Does it say creamy at the bottom?
No, it says cruelty. Oh no, it says Croxley. I don't know what that means. Fruit cock. There you go.
Simple but
Keep it fruity, have a shower. Yep. Martin, next up, big and strong. Look at that. It's quite cold where he is. Maybe he works in the cold department.
He's gloved up.
Martin, next up, we've got the fart on poo. No, it's fart on poo. Oh, look at that. How immature. Like I've always said, a fart is just a poo saying hello.
What? This is just...
Let's just move it on.
Really, the fart is sort of like the notification, and then the poo is the post.
Is the email.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, thick and full nut milk. Oh. There you go. Extra lift. Oh, and it's free poo. He's double fanked. Double fanked. There's 2 fanks on the one thing.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Well done.
All right. Next up, we've got man-sized balls. There you go. And it's time for Fank of the Week, Martin. Give us a drum roll.
So good.
Fank of the Week this week.
Fank of the Week.
Muff Unleashed. Well done. Good job. If you'd like to send us your fanking photos, you can put them on the Fanking Facebook page, which is fanking.com/fankingdaily. We love seeing what you guys have got to do in your towns.
The
we love seeing your weird
creativity
things.
is endless. And speaking of towns, next up it is my town.
Each week on My Town, we try and investigate a different place in the world where one of you legends has sent us a video. We would love to see some more, so please send them in. You can send videos into mytown@theunicorncircuit.com. This week, we're going to my hometown, Bros, where my family is from. We're going down to Tasmania, and it's a young fellow from Hobart. He's got a mad car.
What a legend.
It makes some good noises, and they've got some high-speed cornering down there, Martin.
Yeah, check out this bit coming up. You'll see, but if this was where we live, it would be a 50 zone.
Yeah,
but it's
or
not,
less,
because it's
or
Tasmania, and Hobart's awesome. This is James with his mad Subaru.
Hey Unicorn Circuit, I'm James, and this is my town, Hobart. Hobart is the largest city in Tasmania, and also the capital. It sits on the edge of the River Derwent. This is the Tasman Bridge, which is an iconic feature of Hobart. One thing to look out for on it though is as you're on the downhill on either side, there are fixed speed cameras. Under all that cloud is Mount Wellington, which usually is quite majestic over the city, but today there's a fair bit of cloud. And then over there is the city itself in all its low-rise glory. I'm on Mount Wellington, which on a clear day offers fantastic views of Hobart and its surround, but as you can tell at the moment it's not clear at all. This is the top of Mount Wellington, which again would normally offer a great view, but today kind of sucks. It's also raining, so I'm gonna... Another great thing about Hobart is the roads. So all throughout Tassie the roads are pretty fun, and every year the Targa Tasmania Tarmac Rally gets held here, and you can just go and drive on any of the roads, and while they may not be unlimited in terms of speed, usually the speed limits are pretty good, so you can still have a bit of fun without actually going over the speed limit. This is Salamanca, where you can grab tons to eat from cafes or coffee, or if you want something stronger, there's plenty of great pubs. And on a Saturday, there's a market here. Thanks for watching. I'm James, and this has been My Town.
So there it is, that's My Town from Tasmania. Tasmania is the pubic region of Australia only by vision, not by smell. It's on the map, it's awesome. Head on down there if you're ever going to come to Australia. Tasmania is a must visit, really cool place. It's kind of European, some people say. It feels a bit New Zealander-ish. Fantastic place, beautiful. Thank you. Send your videos into mytown@theunicorncircuit.com. Martin, next up we've got mailbag, and gee, there's a lot of it. You guys have just been stuffing our bags full, and so we're going to do a quick mailbag, get through. Luckily this week we have not been sent dildos, nappies, tampons, condoms, or
cat
special
food,
gloves,
dog
cat
food.
food or dog food. It has not arrived this week, so thank you very much for not signing us up to all this random shit. Anyway, here it is. This is mailbag. Martin, take a knife, take a thing,
We going
grab
for it?
something from under here. This one here is Unicorn Circuit. This one here is Huckleberry Lollies, Idaho Candy.
Oh man, it's like people know that we like random eat bags and sweet things.
This here is from Wes and Martha.
Stop it. What is
in the
this?
USA.
What is
Thank
this?
you, Wes and Martha.
Oh dude, look at it!
Glow balls.
Glow balls.
That is incredible. We need to eat that.
Glow balls.
What else have you got in there?
But how does that survive not being in the fridge? That's what I want to know.
That's amazing. Look
Someone's
at that.
just sent us a bunch of mad glow balls. Look at them. Coconut and marshmallow covered chocolate cake with...
That sounds
man.
amazing.
There's no note, so I can't say thank you to who it was. Except maybe it's on here.
This one is Wes and Martha.
Thanks, Easy S. That's all it says on here. And this is Mini Takis Zombie flavour and Zombie Nitro flavour.
I've got a note.
Oh, dude, habanero cucumber tortilla chips.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're going to be off the chain.
I've got a note in here. Thank you very much.
We like notes.
Hello.
Send us a note.
My husband Wes is a huge fan of your show, so I'm sending these for him. 2 huckleberry lollies and 2 chocolate potatoes.
Yes.
The Idaho Spud chocolate potato.
Wait.
And
did you actually say...
2
Did you say that we hadn't been sent? You just said... We hadn't opened this and you just said that we weren't sent.
2 huckleberry lollipops, thank you very much.
What have you got there, Are we just going to blur it?
Yeah, no, you can show the people what it is.
Can I show the people?
Yeah, it's... Because
somebody has sent us...
Just take it out.
It's called a water gun happiness.
Yep, just take it out,
it says
man.
the water range is far.
That's
a water pistol.
It's a water pistol. Do you take the balls off, or how does it work?
No, it just looks...
You probably fill it up from there. And anyway, I don't know if we...
thanks, I think. I mean, you literally just said no one sent us a...
Martin, do you notice the anatomical problem with this?
No! No nappies, dude.
The balls are the wrong way. See what I mean?
What do you mean they're the wrong way?
Oh, nothing. All right, next up.
That's the right way.
Okay, Martin, we got a couple of things here. You've got a small thing over there. All right, this one here, Martin, I've got something.
This is from Mr. Yuan.
Is it? Thank you very much. This one here is from Tuscan, Arizona.
What did you say? Oh, thanks, Mr. Yuan. Mr. Yuan from Hong Kong sent us a BMW keyring, almost like he's trying to tell us something.
Thank you very much.
Like we should go and buy a BMW with a German 2J in it.
Oh, Martin.
Thanks, Mr. Yuan.
Happen.
One day.
Martin, I've got something here from Arizona.
Oh, this isn't for us, dude.
Oh, that's for the skid factory.
This is for the skid factory.
Amazing.
Oh, what? Oh, should I? But it's so cool. I can see what it is.
No, it's not for us, man. That's manners.
Oh, dude.
Martin, here's a note.
Oh, dude,
look at
they're
this.
gonna lose their minds.
Puerto Rico, Mighty Car Mods.
That's so good.
Somebody has sent us, design yourself a custom Puerto Rico lookalike plate.
I'm going to send this up to the boys in the skid factory and they're going to open it and you will see what it is. But from what I can see from the description on customs, this looks freaking awesome.
Edwin Garcia, thank you very much for sending us a Puerto Rican style plate. Martin, that's a big one.
Oh, dude, this is from Japan.
Is that from Japan?
It's from Japan. Stop it.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
Now
I know we're getting excited.
Oh, dude.
What is it? Actual JDM stuff. Who's it from, Martin? Send me that.
I'm looking for there's a note. There's a note. There's a note.
Is there? Okay, good. It's from Lee Hutchinson from Osaka in Japan.
Hi, Unicorn Circuit. I've sent you some random bag of Japanese snacks. There's a weird katsu thing and something that looks like a dong.
Great.
Also some great lollies candy that make your own style. Beware of the katsu thing and the dong. The rest is really good. The diamond gear knob is for Too Sexy. She deserves a diamond. That's...
Oh, look at that. Too Sexy.
Jesus,
you get yourself a diamond gear knob.
Love
JDM.
the work. Sorry for the messy writing. MCM and TSF for life. The Skid Factory for life. Cheers from Lee and Aussie in Japan. Lee, you're a freaking legend, man. Thank you for the note. We love the note.
Yeah, she's awesome. Please. He's awesome. There it is.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Look at that, man. They sent the
that looks so weird.
Katsu dong.
Oh, it's a katsu dong.
And lots of lollies.
Look at that gear knob, man. Look at that gear knob. Full JDM.
Thank you so much. That is the mailbag. Of course, if you'd like to send us something, you can send it to the Unicorn Circuit at PO Box 475.
Savoury breakfast
Sydney Markets, New South Wales 2129.
It's four cheese flavour. Oh no, they're like chips.
And this one here, Martin, is from it's from AKS Tuning in Willowvale in the United Kingdom.
I love this. This is going on the wall.
Yeah, that's awesome. It goes down with all our other plates. Martin, have we got something else? And there's a note. All right.
Notes make it. Notes make
it.
Oh,
here we go. Here's the note. Thank you very much. All right. This says, Marty and Moog, hi fellas, just want to say loving Mighty Car Mod show and the other projects you're involved with. Been watching for 10 years. I feel like it's the best show on the tubes.
It's a decade of your life, dude.
Thank you very much for watching. I've enclosed a gift I felt was perfect for you guys due to branding. I brought myself mine also. It smells incredible. When you have a hard day working on a new project, maybe Marty's mum's new car, get your squirty scrote bag smelling marshmallow fresh.
Oh.
Keep up the awesome videos and Moog's music that you're creating. Look forward to the future of what is to come on MCM from Paul. PS come to the UK. And there you go. Got something. Looks like they do European car tuning of some kind.
AKS Tuning the Workshop, Willowvale, Pavenham Road, Oakley, Bedfordshire. Man, UK addresses are long.
And we've got here, Martin, Foam Burst Unicorn Marshmallow.
Oh my God,
Luxurious
I'm
Wash.
using that.
Here you go. No, just hand out, man. There you go. How
What is it?
It's body wash,
No, it's not.
isn't it? Yeah,
It
it's
is.
body wash. There you go. Another sniff. Delicious. Well, thank you very much for the marshmallow
That
bowl wash.
smells-
And thank you everybody else for...
That actually smells really good.
I'm really excited about these chocolate
What are
potatoes.
those?
Chocolate potatoes and these special lollipops. We're going to have to just have a munch fest. Sorry about that.
What about the glow balls?
Oh, hold on. I'll just clean that up.
Why'd you have to rub it? Oh,
Sorry about that. All right.
that's so gross. Oh my God.
All right. So,
so great.
next up, everyone, we've got what do we do?
You need to rinse your ears.
What do we do? Oh,
Dude,
we do,
I'm covered in this white stuff. For
We
the,
do
on the,
random eat bag.
it's on the floor.
This week in Random Eat Bag, we've got something that someone sent us. Now, we don't know what this is. It says fragile. It says perishable. It's from Hollywood in Los Angeles. And I'm gonna
Look at it. It's foamy.
cut this open.
Weirdness.
We're gonna see what's inside there, Martin. We're gonna eat it up.
Oh.
And then,
oh
and
no.
then I do have some editing to do today. I
same.
gotta get back to
I'm
Twisted.
gonna do this Cresta thing, man.
So, all right,
I need
Martin.
a tap.
This is
You're gonna have
from
to feed me.
Hollywood, LA. And we have, it looks like dog food.
Nah.
What's up, Marty and Moog? Mark G from LACA,
Love the
long-time
notes.
fanboy.
Notes are the best.
I work at 30k square foot candy store where we make our own chocolate bars and hard
30,000
candies.
square foot candy store.
I work at a 30,000 square foot
Dude,
candy
that's
store.
a mad
I
job.
figured I'd send you guys some chocolate bar samples we make in-house and some custom chocolate bar forms. If you want,
yes.
fill them out, send them back to me. I'll make them in our facility and send them back.
No.
I've been a mechanic and building cars for 20 years. I salute you and I salute all mechanics, and that's why I'm not one, because you guys put in the hard yards
you
and I
do.
didn't. Well done. You're working your asses off. It's a freaking hard job and good work. I have to thank you guys for the years of laughs, inspiration, and educational content. Well done. It would be a dream to have a kebab with you guys and wrench on something, but I'm sure at least 7 other people could say the same thing. Reppin' MCM in LA from Mark Garvin. Thank you very much. And here is, man, is the packaging is next level.
'Cause it's
He sent us
perishable.
a couple of perishable and amazing
what to
chocolate
do with
bars.
It's just sort of dissolving into my hand.
Oh, look at this. Dark chocolate with almonds, milk chocolate with
stop
choc
it.
hazelnut and almonds, and white chocolate. Thank you very much. Oh, wait, I went in to eat it.
I want to try that one.
The white one?
Yeah, but
I
I
want to
can't-
try the
I'm
milk one.
covered
I'll
in
feed
it.
it to you, that's okay. Because this is Random Eat Bag. I thought we were back in the previous segment again. Thank you. Look, this looks like quality chocolate.
Looks like really good.
Produced in the chocolate lab at Sweet Hollywood in Hollywood, California. This is, look at this. It's like
Man,
full,
so keen. Full Willy Wonka style.
full Willy Wonka style, all sealed, all delicious. Look at this.
I love Random Eat Bag.
So good. Oh,
It's
look at
massive.
that. We don't get that kind of stuff in Australia.
What's
there you
in
go.
there?
Almonds. There you go. Have a good hit on that.
All right,
Oh,
good.
chocolate in the middle.
Oh,
Martin, I'm going
Right.
to try just the milk chocolate if you don't mind. Thanks for sending us some chocolate that you made in your factory. That's
tastes like
freaking
American
awesome.
chocolate, by the way.
What does that taste like?
They taste different to UK and Australian chocolate.
Do they?
Different levels of cocoa and sugar. Actually, this dude will be able to tell us.
Oh,
Is it good?
that's exceptional.
Oh man.
Well,
Well,
it's not like that silly fancy chocolate. It just tastes like chocolate.
just tastes like
Which is what you
chocolate
want.
should.
Um,
That was a really
Thank you
short
very much.
unicorn circuit.
that
Thanks
was a
for
unicorn
watching.
circuit.
Thanks
Um,
for sticking with us.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for the unicorn body wash, I think.
That was an epic show. Thank you very much, everyone. This week on the same channel, you're going to be seeing some Cresta. Next week, you're going to be seeing some Skid Factory. More of this on the other show that we make, Mighty Car Mods. We got videos coming out every week as well.
And some exciting adventures coming up very soon, which we'll tell you about next time we
This
see you.
Friday, 31st, is like this Black Friday sale thing that's
Yeah.
coming up, and we got something really special coming up for you guys. So keep your eyeballs on the Mighty Mods Faceballs, which is balls, your balls, unicorn balls. There it is. Boom. Thanks for watching, and see you later.
I gotta go wash my hands.